3. Honorable Dr. Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, who is also the chief guest. His Excellency Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, Governor, Kisumu County. His Excellency Dr. Irungu Kang'ata, Governor, Murang'a County. Her Excellency Gladys Wanga, Governor, Homa Bay County. His Excellency FCPA Fernandez Barasa, Governor, Kakamega County. Professor Isaiah Wakidiki, Vice Chancellor and CEO, KCA University. KCA University DVCs, University Management Board, Deans of Schools, faculty, staff, and students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It gives me a great pleasure to be part of this third annual research conference organized by the School of Business at this great university. Indeed, the theme of this conference, everything rises and falls on leadership, innovation, transformation, and sustainability, resonates well with the global economic realities. I commend the organizers of this conference for identifying leadership as the key driver of innovation, transformation, and sustainability. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, and I quote, "A true leader is not someone that follows the crowd. A true leader creates a following of people that share the same vision that is aligned with their mission and purpose." Leadership is therefore a official thing. You cannot take others on a journey with an unknown destination. KCA University is indeed on a leadership journey to providing globally competitive quality education, training, and research for development. Ladies and gentlemen, as captured in the conference theme, though not in exact words, effective governance structures are key to alleviating most of the challenges the world faces today. Indeed, some of the causes of financial crisis in our universities are deficiencies in governance and management. You are well aware of the imbalance that exists between the teaching and non-teaching staff, bloated workforces, which have led to rising wage bills in some universities. Pragmatic, efficient, and effective leadership at the universities is instrumental in ensuring that our institutions of higher learning are sustainable and that they play their role in national and regional development. With good leadership, our universities will be able to make instrumental decisions and prioritize the goals to focus on in order to find innovative solutions to some of the challenges facing the society. Ladies and gentlemen, as captured in the Kenya Vision 2030 blueprint and the government's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, BETTER, which aims at transforming the country into a newly industrialized middle-income economy, providing a high quality of life to all its citizens in a clean and secure environment, leadership is key. The SDG 4 commits to providing inclusive and equitable quality education at all levels and expresses the new key features of Education 2030, which underpin this framework for action. As a ministry, we are determined to spearheading innovation, transformation, and sustainability. We already have policy and legislative framework in place that allows universities to undertake innovations and launch startups. We will continue promoting research in policy and practice, supporting research and innovations through such facilities as the Research Fund, tax incentives for research and development, and protection of intellectual property. Today's conference is a moment of truth. We are all gathered here to share findings on effectiveness of sound leadership as a catalyst for innovation, transformation, and sustainability. Let us engage, share, and learn as we all embark on a transformational journey It is my sincere hope that this forum will post fruitful opportunities for connecting with the industry expertise while strengthening professional relationships and networks. As I conclude, I would like to once more commend the architects of this conference. This is the way to go for all of us, a breakthrough to excellence. I wish you 2 days of constructive academic discourse. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. David Watene. On behalf of the PS Higher Education, we really appreciate you delivered the message point on home, the fact that effective governance can address most of the challenges that's particularly afflicting the institutions of higher learning. So we really acknowledge and appreciate your presentation, and we look forward to continued partnership with the ministry. So thank you so much. At this particular point in time, thank you so much. So at this particular point in time, I want to invite Professor Vincent Onywera, who will then invite our VC and CEO in that order. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Njuguna. And thank you so much, Dr. David Watene, representing our PS, State Department for Higher Education and Research. Distinguished conference delegates, I'm deeply honored and privileged this morning to invite the CEO and Vice Chancellor of KCA University, Professor Isaiah Wakindiki, to address the delegates and declare this International Sobarc 3 conference officially opened. Welcome, our Vice Chancellor. We can put our hands together for the Vice Chancellor. There are icons right at the bottom.
Thank you so much, Professor Onywera, and thank you so much indeed, participants. To our chief guests in absentia, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, our PS for Higher Education and Research, Dr. Beatrice Moganda Inyangala, who is represented by Dr. Peter Watene, our distinguished excellencies, the governors who have graced our function today, our distinguished presenters and delegates of this third Sobarc conference, the University Management Board and Senate, all the staff and students of KCA University, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our chief guests, I just want to reiterate one thing for this conference, that we need to think around, to research around leadership that can be trusted and which inspires. KCA University is privileged to host this conference that contributes to this endeavor. With those remarks, I want now to declare this third Sobarc conference officially opened. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate our VC and CEO, Professor Isaiah I.C. Wakindiki. Thank you so much for gracing this event. Thank you so much for the support extended all through the process of preparation. So we move on with the program. As pointed out, we acknowledge the dedication of our Prime Cabinet Secretary, who, because of circumstances that are beyond control, will not be joining us. And that means we will proceed on to our first presentation. And our first presentation comes through from Professor Mark Smith. Professor Mark Smith is an expert in sustainability from Stellenbosch Business School. And I hope, Professor Mark Smith, you can hear me and take it up from there. Professor Mark Smith. Control room, please confirm if Professor Mark Smith is in a position to join.
My name is Professor Joshua Kisemba Bagakas, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Student Affairs at KCA University. I wish to welcome everyone to the third School of Business Annual Research Conference being held here at KCA University. The theme of the conference is Everything Rises and Falls, Innovation, Transformation, and Sustainability. This conference brings together scholars, industry players, policymakers, and the students to interrogate the issues around sustainability, research, and the value it adds to the society. We are really looking forward to this conference. KCA University remains committed to supporting this dialogue, the dialogue which brings together scholars, industry practitioners, policymakers, and even politicians to come together and interrogate these issues in a manner that will now create employment opportunities in our society. I therefore wanted to welcome all to participate in this conference, which is coming up soon. You are all welcome, and thanks very much for participating in the conference.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Once again, members, we are now starting at 202 participants. As School of Business, we do not take that for granted. We really acknowledge everyone for your time, for your participation. And I'm looking at the Q&A, and no questions. The chat forum, please make the conversation going. We have had quite a number of issues addressed, which you can be able to converse about. At this particular point in time, we are trying to get Professor Smith connected. And as we do that, we want to allow members to take a breather or a health break. It is now 6 minutes to 10. We will be back. Thank you so much, Control Room. We are still trying to reach out to Professor Mark Smith, who will be joining us, now confirmed at 10:15. We had a problem due to the time difference between us and South Africa. So we are taking a 15-minute break. We will be back at 10:15, after which we will be catching up with Professor Mark Smith, all the way from University of Stellenbosch. Professor will be speaking to us about sustainability of business schools, and how we can be able to close the gap between the academia and the industry. As you all know, that this has been a critical focus where the academia has been accused of derinking itself from what the practice in the industry is. At KCA University, we are on the cutting edge to ensure our graduates are world-class and are ready for the market. And that is how we have been able to rank among various ranking forum among the best in terms of graduate employability. So I'm sure all of us are eager to catch up with the presentation from Professor Mark Smith, which will be coming to us at 10:15. So for now, we take a very short break, a breather, take a cup of water, and be back in 15 minutes. Thank you.
The history of risk management can be traced back thousands of years ago. Historians believe that the earliest form of the concept of managing risk arose out of ancient gaming, a game of dice and bones. Dante and Galileo are said to have written about probability theory, a concept critical to risk management. Pascal and Fermat wrote about the game of chance in the 1600s in a letter that is said to have given rise to modern probability theory used today. Early concepts of risk structuring and risk pooling by shipping merchants in ancient Babylon dates back as far as the 1700 BC. The process of identifying and prioritizing risks, either with foresight or following a disaster, has therefore been a standard risk management activity for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Things have changed over the last couple of decades though. By now, you must have heard of the term VUCA. We are, as you know, living in highly volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous times. Traditional risk management approaches can't work in times like these, with the energy crisis, geopolitical environment, technological changes, globalization, and increasing financial sophistication, among others. This environment requires a well-coordinated process, owned and driven by all the levels in the organization. There is now a greater recognition of the variety, number, interaction, and velocity of risks facing organizations, calling for an urgent need for business leaders to be proactive rather than reactive.
This course equips you with the skills necessary to align your risk management career with the changing operating environment. We will take you through practical steps to help you integrate enterprise risk management into your organization, covering the latest thinking and techniques in the practices of risk management. Join us to learn more.
Thank you so much indeed, and good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is. I just want to say that I'm welcoming you all to this third School of Business conference that we are having for 2 days. It's running Thursday and Friday. It's a virtual conference, meaning that we are going to have participants around the world gracing the occasion virtually. I start by saying my name is Professor Isaiah Wakinditi. I'm the Vice Chancellor and CEO at KCA University. We are privileged this time round. We will be hosting several high-profile